Looks like we're live. Let's call up this deal that just got posted. All right, we are in business. So this is a subject to deal, 2805 Douglas Drive, Midland, Texas, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2582 square feet. No HOA with 400 grand. Principal balance 324. Interest rate is 3.375%. Current PITI is 26.9. Entry fee is $38,000 fine. Long-term monthly goes $3,032.50. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So they posted this. So they're behind on arrears. You can see that happen right there. So total overdue amount is 78. So the total amount for arrears by the time it closes is 10,690. All right, let's go ahead and plug this number in. Arrears 10,690. Boom. All right. Now that we got that deal up, let's see if we see any photos of this property. Okay. I'm assuming we can repaint the place. Doesn't see any carpeting or anything like that. But okay, I'll just put aside some money to repaint the place. And I don't know how old these photos are, so there's no guarantee there. Don't like that there's a pool. That'll probably be extra in insurance costs. But all right, now that I got something in there, the next step is to look for my fair market rents, okay? In order to get your fair market rents, you got to Google HUD FMR. Click on the first link. So FMR stands for fair market rent. That's what we're looking in here. All right, and now we'll look up FY 2024 and got the address for this place, 262805 Douglas Drive. What county is this in? County. Midland County. All right, so this is in Texas, so we'll select the state, and then we'll select the county. And that's going to give us the maximum rent ceiling by zip code, by bedroom count, and it's 79701. So you're going to see that the rent ceiling here for a 3-bed is 1780. Really, really below the $3,000 supposedly, right? So just be careful of those posts and always do your own due diligence. 2350 is going to be your 4-bed, and this is 79701. 79701. And I got a 3 and a 4-bed here. Excellent. And now that I got my market rents here, my ceiling rents, I need to get the market rent. So in order to get the market rent, I'm going to go to affordablehousing.com. Affordablehousing.com. I'm going to go to the owner section, go to market rent estimator, plug in the address, plug in bedroom count, and the most important number right here is going to be this number right here. It says that for 25 units within a 0.74 mile radius, the average rent is $22.05. Okay, that's much closer to what HUD determines to be the FMR versus what that person that was selling the deal is listed on. Now, could that be a mistake? Sure, it could be. It could be an honest mistake, or maybe they just saw other houses in the same neighborhood being listed for different prices. So, good to know. I always like to get the 4-bedroom rents in here too, just so in case there is an opportunity for me to add additional bedroom, I can consider doing that for this property for the prospect or the chances of getting higher rents. Now you can see that the rents jumped dramatically from a 3-bed to a 4-bed by almost $550. That's a really big jump. And in fact, that's actually above the fair market rents there. So it's something for you to pay attention to. All right, so now I'm gonna plug in all the numbers based on what was disclosed to us. So 2659. All right, let's plug in the rent numbers, right? The mortgage payment right here. And again, this property is going to be for 2605 Midland, Texas. All right, now I got these numbers in here. 400 grand, but in this case, it's 324 plus 38,500 because I'm gonna just use the entry fee, which is 38,500 plus the remaining balance is 324 grand. I'm gonna use that as my asking price for now. All right, so for this deal, there's no underlying loans. I'm gonna zero everything out, and then for this property, I'm gonna do equals 324,000. Interest rate is 3.375%. I'm plugging it. I don't care about the dates. And why don't I care about the dates? Because I'm going to plug in the total PITI number that's been disclosed. And the total PITI number right now is 2659. So I'm going to go to my property tax number. I'm going to do equals 2659 and I'm going to subtract the sub-to principal portion of the loan, and I'm going to subtract the, hey, what's up? Yeah, I am in the shadow. So funny that you notice. All right, so I got 2659, and that's how I'm going to back into the total property tax number and the insurance number, okay? Now, I don't fret. I don't waste too much time trying to figure out what exactly is the principal portion and interest portion of the loan because it changes every single month, right? Now, if I do this and I plug in my total payment of 2659, right? I'm gonna put it in this cell right here, B28. I'm gonna subtract the rest of the payments. That allows me to back into the total amount anyways. So now I know what I'm paying for my property taxes, and I also know what I'm paying for my insurance. Now that you got those numbers in, I'm probably gonna add at least extra $30 for insurance because when you convert this property from a, let's say, primary residence property to a investment property, it's gonna cost more money because they assume that the risk is a lot higher. Okay, so now that I got these two numbers in here, I got 10% for maintenance, 10% for property management, and 5% for vacancy. Let's go back to how much I'm gonna get in rent. So using market rent, what I saw on affordablehousing.com, like it doesn't even make sense to rent out Section 8 anymore because the rent is so much lower, right? Why would you lose $400 every single month trying to rent it out when there's a big surplus, right? So the whole point of this exercise right now is to figure out, hey, is this worth my time to analyze further? Meaning, do I want to underwrite it more in depth? Do I want to give the housing authority a quick call to find out what the wait list looks like for demand checks? Do I want to send a handyman out there to walk the site and I got to pay that maybe like $100 to walk the site and take photos for you, right? You got to get a general condition of the property, or you might even go as far as, hey, I need to get a contractor out there to get me a bid for the renovations. But it got a cash flow first, right? So I'm going to use 2200, which is the number I got from the affordablehousing.com website. So now that I got my rent in there, I need to plug in my renovations. Okay. So for renovations, I'm just going to assume I need to repaint this place. And I'm just going to go to my rehab calculator sheet right here. I don't need to replace any toilets. Maybe I'll just replace one toilet just in case I have something in there. And for my painting, I'm usually putting it at $3 a square foot. So this is 2582, so 2582. That multiplies out by $3 a square foot. I got $500 for just landscaping to keep the exterior pristine. And I'm gonna set aside about $1,500 for the roof, just in case there's any issues with the roof that I cannot tell from the photos. Now that gives me a total rehab number of 12,200. Just to kind of set that aside, I probably don't even need to spend that much, but I just want to have that just in case because something will always pop up, and it's very, very rare for you ever to say, "Oh, I did a renovation on time, on budget, ahead of time." It's really, really rare. Certainly the exception, not the rule. All right. So now that I got my arrears here that I pulled from the mortgage statement, I'm going to use the balance of that for my entry fees, 38,500. So my cash to seller or agent is 38,500 minus my arrears. So that's going to leave me roughly around $27,000 for money to the seller, money to the agent, whatever that may be. Then I got 2.5% for my closing costs, just based on the purchase price. And I got my renovations. And if I am renting this property out as a 3-bedroom for 2205 a month, right? 2205, I would be losing $1,035 a month. So what does this tell you? What does this tell you? It kind of tells you that you got to do your own due diligence. Hey, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But at this point, I'm going to stop analyzing this deal because I don't want to spend any more time analyzing this deal. I really don't. If for some reason I missed it, yeah, sure, that's fine. I'll miss it. It's okay. But I need to quickly figure out whether this deal is worth my time to explore further. And at $2,200, it's so far off from being able to cash flow. Even you guys a 4-bedroom, right? Let's say 2750, you would still be losing $600 a month, right? So, and I haven't even added the expenses of trying to figure out within this $2,500 square feet home, where am I going to add the extra bedroom so that I can get a legal 4th bedroom there, get higher rents. But even in that scenario, because the PITI is so high at 2659, right? That's how I know this is not a deal. So based off that process, I can quickly eliminate this deal as something that I would pursue personally. Now, obviously, this is not investment advice. I'm not soliciting any investments on this call. Simply showing you all the process that I go through every single day to rule out deals, because if you can rule out a deal quickly, Well, that's how you figure out, and that's how you avoid burnout. And that's how you figure out your process, as you get confidence that you know what you're doing. And most importantly, when you are able to copy my homework, and that's my goal. I hope you guys just take this deal that I presented today right here on the screen, 2005 Douglas Road. Analyze the same deal using the same spreadsheet. And if you guys want to copy the spreadsheet, just go to affordablehousing.io. If you go to affordablehousing.io, you can go to the Get Deal Analysis tool, plug in your name and email address, and this would be the most automatic way that I can send a spreadsheet to you. And my sincere goal is that you analyze the same deals in the same spreadsheet, just copy my homework, but find a way to explain one part better than I did. Use a better analogy, use a better metaphor. I don't know. I don't care. But the whole point is this exercise for us to lift each other up and make each other better. And when you are able to copy my homework for 365 days, right? That's all it takes. 18 minutes a day for 365 days a year. And you will be better at analyzing deals than 95% of the country. And the last thing I want to show you is you don't need that many views to be consistent. Frankly, a lot of people will never care. Look at that, 6 views. Like, don't be shy about doing it, right? 10 views. Like, no one really cares about your stuff. But the point is for you to build that confidence in yourself. Like, look at that, 9 views right there. And if you're really shy, just leave it as unlisted and no one will ever see it if you're truly, truly shy about it. But you have to give yourself the track record, the confidence that you know what you're doing when that deal comes across the table and slaps you across the face. And the only way we will get confidence is to look back in history and time like, wow, I really did analyze a deal every single day for the past 276 days. I probably know what I'm doing. And no one will probably ever go back to day 56 and look at your deal all over again. So don't be shy. The whole point of this is to get better. And frankly, I do this because I really want my daughter to grow up. When she grows up, she sees like, hey, what did it take for dad to become successful? And it took a lot of stumbling over my own words. It took a lot of courage to put myself out there. But most importantly, she saw me fall forward and fail forward every single day, just getting 1% better and focusing on helping others. And that's what I hope you all can do. Because I remember how hard it was when I was trying to figure out how to get started or what to say. And the best part is just to get started. And I sincerely hope that's it for you. I know this is the holiday weekend. I know there's going to be a reason why you don't do this every day. But remember, this is a year of having no excuses. And if you can go live on July 4th analyzing the deal when everybody else is partying on the barbecues, you're going to be okay. And most importantly, when the time comes, you're going to know that you deserve a different life because you're doing something different on a day when everybody else is doing something else. And all it takes is a couple of minutes. So I hope you guys copy my homework. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. And I hope you guys spend some quality time with your family and friends today. Have an amazing day, everybody. I'll be back here again tomorrow for day 277. Have a good one, everybody.